Myself, Dharanendra Kumari HR, working as an assistant professor at GFGC, Sira. In the last session, we studied about socio-religious life of later Vedic period. Now we focus on political and economic life of later Vedic period. Political status. Many famous tribes of Rigvedic period like Bharatas, Purus, Tritsu and Turvasu passed into oblivion, and new tribes like the Kurus and Panchalas rose into prominence. Growth of imperialism. With the emergence of big kingdoms in the later Vedic age, the struggle for supremacy among different states was a frequent occurrence. Sarvabhauma or universal empire loomed large in the political horizon of ancient India. The sacrifices like Rajasuya and Ashwamedha were performed to signify the imperial sway of monarchs over the rivals. Rigvedic title of Rajan was replaced by the impressive titles like Samrat, Ekrat, Virat, Bhoja. These titles marked the growth of imperialism and feudalism ideas. There were two theories regarding the origin of kingship. The Aitareya Brahmana explained the rationale of election by common consent of origin of kingship. Taitareya Brahmana explained the divine theory of kingship. It explained how Indra, through occupying a low rank among the gods, was created their king by Prajapati. Certain democratic elements were operating within the framework of kingship. The people's right in choosing their king, the conditions imposed on king's rights and duties. The king depended on the council of ministers and assemblies of people, Sabha and Samiti, as check upon king's absolutism. He became the master of all subjects, but the king was holding the kingdom as a trust. He would promote the people's well-being and progress. He collected taxes like Bhaga, Bali, and Shulka. The king exempted from all kind of punishments. King was assisted by a group of officers who were known as Ratnis or jewels. The 9 Ratnis or 9 jewels were Bagaduga, collector of taxes, Suta, charioteer, Akshavapa, superintendent of gambling, Kshatri, chamberlain, Govikrita, king's companion in the chase, Palagola, courtier, Takshan, carpenter, Rathakar, chariot maker, Purohita, chaplain, Senani, general. Gramini, leader of host of the village. During this period, Gramini was both a civil and military officer. According to Prasana Upanishad, Adhikrita was the village officer and was lowest in the rank. The king administrated the justice. The office of monarch had hereditary in generally. The eldest son succeeded after the death of the father. Some exception case like Panduraja, he was younger son, succeeded to throne of Hastinapur. Economy. The economic condition of the Aryans of the later Vedic period also underwent significant changes due to the emergence of caste system. Various occupations also appeared. Economic life of the people was also organized. Atharva Veda and Satapatha Brahmana are the chief source of this period. Agriculture. Most of the people were lived in the villages. In the villages, small peasants, owners of land, were replaced by big landlords. They used it to produce cotton, wheat, barley, rice, and vegetables. 6 to 24 oxen were used to plow in the field. Reference in Mahabharata, Kaisala, Vasta, Matsya were very fertile lands. Farmers had paid revenue 1/10 to 1/6 of their produce. Agriculture was the principal occupation of the people. Besides the agriculture, domesticating animals, there was improved method of tilling the land by deep plowing. Manuring and sowing with better seeds were known to the Aryans. The cultivator yielded 2 harvests a year. Varieties of crops like rice, barley, wheat, maize, and oilseeds were raised. Cultivator was not free from trouble. Insects and hailstorms destroyed crops. Trade and commerce. Both inland and overseas trades were developed. The merchants were organized through the guilds. Reference to ganas or corporations and the trustins clearly speak of the information of guilds. Money lending was also practiced in this period. Pani, who controlled the trade. Inland trade was carried on with the Kiratas inhabiting the mountains. They exchanged the herbs of clothes, mattresses, and skins. The people became familiar with the navigation of the seas. The medium of exchange were Nishka, Satamana, and Krishnala in use. Barter system was also prevalent, and the cow was the medium of exchange. Occupation. Agriculture and domestication of animals were the main professions. Money lenders, chariot make, dyers, weavers, goldsmiths, ironsmiths, washermen, bow makers, carpenters, musicians. The art of writing probably developed in this period. The use of silver was increased and ornaments were made out of it. The house had many rooms with a special place of Grahapata. Fire with was kept continuously burning. Houses were made of wood. The Taitareya Aranyakas refers about the special type of house known as Dhanadhani, treasure house. The Atharva Veda mentions about Patni Sadhana, women's apartment. Patni Sadhana, women's apartment. Transport system. The means of transport were not much developed. The reference to roads is available in the Atharva Veda. Carts were drawn by oxen or bullocks, chariots for war and sports, and rough vehicles known as Baipata for transport. Ship and boats were also used. Sometimes horse and elephants were also used for the transportation.